Defining your brand is a multifaceted process with a lot of different factors, but it really begins from the inside out. I'm Courtney Eckerly, the managing editor of Marketing Sherpa here at DMA's annual event, And Then. And sitting with me is Jenny Harding, who is the Vice President of People for Wedding Wire. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, how does a company begin defining their brand from the inside out?
Sure, so I think that it's really important for a company to have their objectives and then be able to back into their corporate culture from that. So if you want to make sure that your employees are collaborating, you make sure that you're employing smart people that are collaborative and putting them in an environment that helps them be that way. And so whenever you're working closely with the marketing department as a progressive HR department, then you're able to really let the population know that that's the kind of company that you are. And so that you end up attracting the right kind of talent that can work in your environment.
So what's the importance of working with the marketing team so that you foster that kind of innovation that'll shine through to your customers?
Sure, so we're a tech company through and through, so we want to make sure that we're attracting people that do have the next ideas, that are the innovators in the community. So we really do look for people who are interested in doing that work, and we try to market ourselves appropriately. So with a name like Wedding Wire, it was really tough to get developers to be interested in coming to work for us because they're thinking that they're having to traipse through Tool to get to their desk, and that's really not the case at all. So we want to make sure that we're letting everybody know that we're innovative, that they'll be able to use the most up-to-date tools and code with the most up-to-date resources. So being able to present ourselves as that kind of organization was really helpful, because if you think of like Coke, you just think of the drink, but if you think of Google, you also think of a great place to work. And we really just wanted to make sure that not only did our customers know that we're a great company to do business with, but we're also a great company to work for.
So what are some of the specific ways that Wedding Wire presents their employees and really has a transparency between their employees and the company and the customers?
We do a lot of events with the employees, and we have speaker series in-house so that the employees get to see what being an innovator is like from the outside. So we have community leaders come in and do speeches, and we also have what we call Tim Talks. Our CEO meets with the employees every month and goes over some of the things that helped him become an entrepreneur. So it really is continuing to educate the employees and empowering them and letting them know that they could actually start a business one day too.
So what are some of the trends that you're seeing in corporate culture that some people could maybe implement or look into for their own companies?
Sure, so I think that one of the cornerstones of progressive HR is helping people be focused at work and kind of quiet the noise in their life. So any way that you can help solve a problem for someone at work in the office that they would normally be having to deal with at home, then you're helping to keep them focused. So whether or not it's giving them flexible schedules, so if they're stuck in traffic, they're not stressed out on their way to the office because they're running late and they'll get in trouble, or if it's providing them breakfast or more lunches in the office that help them to be able to take their lunch break and run errands, and then they can just eat at the office. I think that it's really helpful to kind of quiet that noise.
And I love the idea of the Tim Talks, because you see a lot of the same sort of trends like at a lot of different companies, but I think one of the most important things is, as for a company culture, is to have certain little rituals and things that are specific only to your company and makes people feel like they're part of a community.
Right. Yeah, we really do want to foster an environment where people are bumping into each other, and their empathy goes a long way, especially in your workload. So if you're late delivering something and that person also knows that you're behind another deadline for another person in the organization, then they'll understand a lot more easily, and they won't know that if you don't get to know them. And as the company continues to grow, we're trying to do a lot of things across departments and helping people understand how their work interacts with the other departments and introduce them to those people. So I do think that it does help, especially to be a collaborative environment like that.
Great. Well, Jenny, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me.
Great. And if you would like to see more videos from And Then, visit MarketingSherpa.com/DMA.